Hey, what's going on YouTube? James and Jay Kramer Fitness Protein Review Guide. Today we are going to go ahead and take a look at BSN Synthesis Edge. If you want the spark notes of this review, timestamps down below. With that shared, let's go ahead and get into our first topic. Is BSN Edge amino spiked? Unfortunately, all signs point to yes. BSN loves to throw around fancy terms like protein matrix, but what does that actually mean to you? It's a smokescreen. It's a way to avoid giving us critical details about the amino acid profile or leucine content. But let's be real here, folks. For a protein marketed as performance focused, that's a massive red flag. So what does that tell us? It suggests that BSN is cutting corners. The bottom line here is, if you're serious about building muscle and hitting optimal recovery, you need to know what's in your protein. BSN Edge, it doesn't pass the trust test. Now that we have uncovered the truth about amino spiking, let's see how Edge stacks up against other protein powders in the BSN family. So along with Edge Syntha we have two other heavy hitters in the BSN lineup, Syntha Isolate and the original Syntha Syntha Isolate is marketed as a leaner, more performance-driven option. And then we have the original Syntha, the OG of the family. It's the most filling option, loaded with calories and fiber. In my book, it's the best budget meal replacement in the market. Now if you got the introductions, let's see how these three stack up against each other. Now let's zero in Syntha Edge versus the original Syntha. Both are packed with flavor, but their differences cater to distinct needs. Syntha Edge is all about indulgence, offering 160 calories, 24 grams of protein, no fiber. It's perfect as a dessert style shake or anytime shake, but keep in mind, the lack of fiber and moderate fat content make it less effective as a meal replacement or post-workout option. Syntha, on the other hand, is heavier. At 200 calories per serving, it's built for satiety. That's thanks to the 6 grams of fiber, enough to keep you fuller for longer. It's suited as a meal replacement, especially for those managing hunger between meals. So which one should you pick? If you're prioritizing a light, versatile shake with unbeatable flavor, Syntha Edge may take the crown. But if you're looking for something a little bit harder, you keep your full, actually for a true meal replacement, the original Syntha has the edge. Both taste incredible, but it comes down to what you need, a snackable treat or a meal-like shake. Now let's go ahead and compare Edge against Syntha Isolate. Syntha Edge is all about flavor. It's your go-to for an indulgent dessert-like shake that works great as a snack or anytime treat. Syntha Isolate, on the other hand, has a versatile edge. It's leaner, designed for more of a faster digestion, doubles as a light meal replacement. If you're using it as a post-workout though, and for 2 scoops to hit your recovery goals. So here's the deal. Go with Syntha Edge if taste is king, but if you need something leaner that fits your post-workout routine or a light meal replacement, Isolate takes the lead here. Now that we've compared Syntha Edge to its BSN siblings, let's see what real users are saying about it, straight from Amazon reviews. All right, let's go ahead and dive in what the Amazon crowd has been saying about Edge. With thousands of reviews and a solid 4.7 rating, it's clear this protein powder has made an impression, but it's not all smooth sailing. All right, here we go. First off, the positives. Users can't get enough of the flavor. Cookie and cream is a standout, and the creamy milkshake-like consistency gets rave reviews. Many people also love the mixability. No clumps, no hassles, just a smooth shake every time. But there's always a flip side. Few users have flagged digestive issues, which could be linked to the formula or fillers. And then there's the protein quality debate. Several buyers have expressed concerns about the lack of transparency in the quote-unquote protein matrix. But here's the key takeaway when buying from Amazon. Make sure that the seller is reputable. Some reviewers have mentioned receiving damaged or even open containers. So my suggestion here is stick to verified sellers. Let's get this straight here, folks. Is 1 scoop of Syntha Edge enough after a workout? The short answer, no. Here's why. Research suggests you should aim for 25 grams of protein with 3 grams of leucine for optimal muscle recovery. Syntha Edge almost gives you that 25 grams, but there's a catch. Transparency issue about leucine content in BCAAs. So if you want to ensure you're hitting the right recovery spot while using Edge as a post-workout, I I strongly encourage you to go ahead and aim for 2 scoops post-workout. But if you want to go ahead and maximize your container, mix 1 scoop of Syntha 6 Edge with high protein skim milk. That extra 13 grams of protein and 1.3 grams of leucine may help you transition, get you over that hump for the research threshold. Think of it this way. Syntha 6 Edge isn't built for peak recovery, but with the right adjustments, you can make it work. All right, let's go ahead and talk about how to really use Edge protein. Spoiler alert, it's not really designed as a post-workout shake or a true meal replacement. Instead, think of this thing as a dessert protein, a flavorful, indulgent option for people trying to stay on track with their weight loss goals or just need an anytime shake. It actually says it on the container as well. Use anytime. Here's where it shines. Curbing sweet cravings without reckoning your macros. It's not ideal as a post-workout protein because it's moderate fat content, which slows down digestion. It doesn't quite work as a meal replacement either due to the fact there's no fiber. All right, without a properly used BSN Edge, let's go ahead and build ourselves a shake. Directions as follows for Edge. Mix 40 grams, about 1 scoop, with 4 to 5 fluid ounces of cold water or your favorite beverage to increase your protein intake per serving and achieve even more of an amazing milk-like shake experience. Use non-fat or low-fat milk. And as always, I have my daily driver, Pure Choice Farms shaker cup. I'm going to go ahead and use the 2 scoop recommendation, and then I have 10 fluid ounces of water in here. So open up the container, grabbing a scoop here, 2 scoops here, 1 normal boy scoop going in, scoop number 2 as such, in, scoop in, lock the lid, go ahead, lock her up, shake. All right, we're at the halfway point of this review. Please leave a like if you found this content helpful, making you a more informed buyer, and please subscribe because I do weekly protein powder reviews. So let's go ahead and see how BSN Edge mixes up. Everything in their lineup, fantastic as always, amazing. Looking underneath the shaker lid, boom, pretty much spot on, perfect. All the little brown specks are the cookies bits. And if you haven't figured it out yet, I think I shared this, cookies and cream. Big thing for me is if you see the picture, it better taste like it. Cheers. You are automatically nailed with the flavor and taste of cookies and cream milk. When I was a kid, I would always have a glass of milk, grab an Oreo, dump it in there. This is exactly what the leftovers are in the milk here. It's fantastic. My one complaint with every cookies and cream protein I've ever reviewed, all the cookie bits get down to the middle. Let me slam this down. You can see what I'm talking about. So nailed it. Tastes fantastic. Love the flavor. But cookie bits right at the bottom here, really annoying because this actually, these little bits really do taste like cookie bits. So love cookies and cream. I would most definitely recommend it and buy it again. All right, let's go ahead and break it down, the pros and cons of BSN Edge. Here's what works and what doesn't. So first off, pros. Unbeatable flavor. Syntha 6 Edge delivers one of the best tasting shakes on the market. It's like a dessert in a glass. Versatility. It's great as a snack, a sweet treat, or anytime shake. Perfect for those moments when you want to indulge without any guilt. Finally, mixability. Whether used as milk or in a blender, it mixes smoothly every time. No clumps, no mess. But now for the cons. It's not ideal as a post-workout shake or a meal replacement. The lack of fiber and moderate fat content hold it back. BSN hides behind proprietary blends, leaving you guessing about key details like leucine content and protein quality. Finally, while it's delicious, it doesn't offer the best bang for your buck when you compare it to the more functional BSN proteins in the family. Now let's move on to who should be buying Syntha 6 Edge. So are BSN supplements good, and is Syntha 6 Edge worth it? Here's the deal. If you're all about flavor and you want a shake that feels like a treat while staying on track with your weight loss goals, Syntha 6 Edge is a solid pick. But if you need something for serious recovery or meal replacement, it's not your best option. Let's go ahead and get into my review roundup while I give you my final thoughts and overall grade for Syntha 6 Edge. let's wrap this up with 3 key takeaways about Syntha 6 Edge, the things you need to know before buying. Syntha 6 Edge is absolutely the best protein powder on the market, and it just delivers on flavor. If you're looking for a protein powder that feels more like a dessert than a chore, this one sets the standard. While it's delicious, Edge doesn't check all the boxes for serious gym goers. It's not built for a post-workout recovery or as a meal replacement, so you know what you're getting. The performance part of Edge is in flavor. And then 3, this is where Edge shines. It's perfect as a dessert protein to curb cravings and stick to your weight loss or maintenance goals. Just don't expect it to replace meals or perform like a specialized protein powder. So what's the final verdict here? If flavor is your top priority, Syntha 6 Edge is worth considering, but for functionality or transparency, you'll want to look somewhere else. That's why I'm giving Syntha 6 Edge the grade serviceable as a dessert protein. Well, here we go, folks. Another review in the books. Thanks for sticking around for my breakdown of BSN Syntha 6 Edge. Now I want to hear from you. What's the most important factor when choosing a protein powder? Flavor, functionality, or transparency? Drop your thoughts in the comments downstairs and let's get this conversation started. If you're looking for even more details about Syntha 6 Edge, check out my full written honest review. It's packed with all the transparency, insights, and comparisons you need to make it to be an informed buyer. And while you're at it, don't forget to browse all my unbiased protein powder reviews down below. I've got you covered whether you're hunting for your next post-workout shake or just the best tasting shake in general. And if you have a protein powder you want me to review, just let me know. Your input drives this channel, and I appreciate every suggestion. Thanks for watching. Make it a great day.